On the 9th of September 2001, a dream was born. Not from wealth, not from expertise, not from certainty, but from love. And from one father on a mission for his son with autism. That father was Malai Haji Abdullah, Malai Haji Othman. He would go on to become the founder of SMARTER Brunei. But in the beginning, he was simply a father who refused to accept that there was no system for his child. He was joined by 6 other parents, a small, determined group who would later be known as the Magnificent Seven. Together, they founded SMARTER Brunei, the Society for the Management of Autism-related Issues in Training, Education, and Resources. They had 0 funds, no resources, no experts. They did not know where to go. They did not know how to get there. But they had hope. In 2001, they held meetings. They set goals. They drafted a constitution. They created an information package. They began conducting workshops for parents, stress management, visual strategy. A movement was beginning. Fast forward, in 2002, SMARTER Brunei was gaining traction. In 2002, we were building the foundations. SMARTER launched its awareness campaign. The first national conference was held with the theme, "My child is autistic. What's next?" It was a safe space for parents to share their hopes and dreams, but funding was still a challenge. So one man decided to act. The 24-hour marathon from Kuala Belait to Bandar Seri Begawan. That man was Malai Haji Abdullah, Malai Haji Othman, the founder of SMARTER Brunei, the father on a mission. He pushed his body beyond exhaustion so that 5 delegates could attend the first World Autism Congress in Melbourne, Australia. 2003, dreams becoming a reality. In March, the second national conference was held. This time the theme was, "Autistic individuals are not disabled, just different." Earlier than expected, SMARTER Brunei opened its very first centre, a small room inside Jigsaw Primary School in Lambak Rakas. The focus, early intervention. 5 professionals joined the foundation: Arlene, Jojo, Lavelle, Olive, and Marissa. And in October, a second centre opened in a bungalow in Kuala Belait, a gift from the Shell Company and the Kuala Belait District Office. That dream was becoming real. In 2004, SMARTER Brunei moved into the Sibukurong Centre, a bungalow provided by the Ministry of Health. And in that same year, the 3rd National Conference was held, theme, "Parents are not the problem, but the solution." New programs expanded. We had sensory integration, music and movements, arts and crafts, all designed to nurture social, emotional, and cognitive development. And on December 26th, SMARTER members paddled from Damwan to Surasa for the kayak challenge. Unfortunately, it was the same day the regional tsunami struck. Though they did not know it while on the water, resilience was always part of SMARTER's DNA. In 2005, they encouraged donations to support tsunami victims. The Sungkurung and Kuala Belait centres remained active. Many students transitioned successfully into mainstream government and private schools. And in May, SMARTER Brunei received official recognition from the Special Education Unit of UNESCO. Because of this honour, Malai Haji Abdullah, Malai Haji Othman, the founder and president of SMARTER Brunei, was invited to Bangkok, Thailand, to speak as a representative for NGOs at a special education meeting. Brunei was represented, autism was represented. A father's mission had become more than a national voice. In 2006 to 2008, the walking did not stop. Malai completed a 100-kilometer charity walk. He undertook the long-distance walks from Kuala Belait to Bandar Seri Begawan alone. The 5-Hill Challenge became a symbol of persistence. These monthly car boot sales would then go on to be known as our much-beloved garage sales. And in 2008, the Institute of Medicine at University Brunei Darussalam raised over $70,000 in a charity concert. 2 vans were purchased for the students using the money raised for this charity concert. A charity shop was also opened in 2008, generating income, offering job training for our adults, and raising awareness. In that same year, the Royal Brunei Armed Forces renovated the Sengkurong Centre, expanding the sensory room. And in that same year as well, our adult centre was finally established, introducing to you the Brunei Autism Centre for Adults. It supported 7 life areas: personal, home, leisure and spiritual, academic, pre- and pro-vocational, employment, and of course, family life. But most importantly, in 2008, SMARTER Brunei joined the global celebration for the first ever World Autism Awareness Day, with our own national theme of Don't Diss the Ability. By 2009, SMARTER Brunei had moved beyond awareness. The conversation was changing. The second World Autism Awareness Day carried a critical theme: the challenges for adults with autism in the community. This was not just about diagnosis anymore. It was about adulthood, employment, dignity, belonging. Families were beginning to ask the harder question: what happens after childhood? And SMARTER Brunei was already preparing an answer. 2010, the third World Autism Awareness Day introduced the theme Inclusive Development. Inclusion was no longer theoretical. It meant policies, programs, participation. In that same year, a sibling support workshop acknowledged a reality often overlooked: autism affects entire families. And in Bangkok, a historic milestone unfolded. The ASEAN Autism Network was formed. Brunei was no longer working alone. A regional alliance had been born. In 2011, the 4th World Autism Awareness Day declared Act for Autism Now. The language was urgent. Autism was not a future issue. It was present. It required action. By 2012, SMARTER Brunei was looking firmly at adulthood. For the 5th World Autism Awareness Day, we introduced Goal for EWA, generating opportunities for adult life. It was bold. It demanded society rethink productivity, employment, and independence. That year, the Bacha Centre's competency-based training program was launched. Structured support, cognitive behavioral frameworks, real tools for real independence. SMARTER was not only raising awareness, it was building systems. And in 2013, it was a year of empowerment. The 6th World Autism Awareness Day aligned with the 2nd ASEAN Autism Network Congress towards autism-friendly ASEAN community. The message was clear: communities must adapt, not individuals alone. The Giving Individuals with Autism a Voice workshop amplified self-advocacy. For the first time, individuals with autism were not just participants. They were speakers, leaders. And in that same year, the first ASEAN Autism Youth Camp, Building an Eye Cafe, fostered identity, confidence, and leaderships among youth with autism across borders. SMARTER as well had trained parents from Vietnam in autism management. Knowledge was crossing nations. In 2014, SMARTER documented its journey, acknowledging autism, the enigma of a beautiful mind. It was more than a book, it was validation. This book was written and curated by our founder and president, Malai Didi. In that same year, we conducted workshops for St. Joseph College and Perpetual Help University Delta of the Philippines. 16 educators, deans, professors, SPED students came to learn. And in 2014, every therapist and staff member underwent first aid and CPR training. Professionalism was strengthening, safety was institutionalized. 2015, is the year where international partnerships deepened. A public forum with the Australian High Commission and Flinders University explored global autism trends. The 8th World Autism Awareness Day and 7th National Conference carried a hopeful theme: give them wings. Through the new Colombo Plan, 8 Flinders University students completed attachments in Brunei, and training was conducted alongside officers from the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of Education. Autism management was no longer in siloed. It was cross-ministerial, strategic, integrated. 2016 and 2017 saw SMARTER Brunei having royal recognitions and permanence. Royal support marked a turning point. His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Malik officially opened the SMARTER Edge Centre in Kampung Mata-Mata. Princess Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, visited in conjunction with the Sultan of Brunei's Jubilee Emas. These were not ceremonial gestures. They signaled legitimacy. And in 2017, Bacha Centre received its permanent home in Sungai Hancing. Stability replaced uncertainty. 2018 was the year that SMARTER Brunei's founder and president received the Padma Shri Award from India, one of the Indian nation's highest civilian honors. Recognition of decades of dedication. In that same year, SMARTER Brunei launched the SMARTER Bistro and Cafe. Inclusion was no longer charity, it was enterprise. Capability made visible. 2019 was meant to be a year of color. On April 2nd, SMARTER Brunei changed its official color to yellow. Yellow for hope, for warmth, for a future that felt brighter. The Hydroponic Garden was launched, a social entrepreneurship program that allowed students to grow, harvest, and contribute. The movement was strong, the vision was expanding, and then everything changed. In 2019, the founder and president of SMARTER Brunei, Malai Haji Othman, sadly had passed away. The father who walked alone from Kuala Belait to Bandar Seri Begawan, the man who completed the 24-hour marathon, the voice that stood before UNESCO, before ASEAN, before royalty, the man who refused to accept nothing as an answer, was gone. For many, it felt as though the heartbeat of SMARTER Brunei had stopped. SMARTER was not just losing a founder, it had lost a father. But a legacy built on love does not end with one life. 1 week after his passing, his daughter stepped forward, not because she was ready, not because the moment was easy, but because the mission could not stop. She became the Chief Executive Officer of SMARTER Brunei, not just inheriting an organization, but inheriting a promise. As though 2019 was a new chapter, in 2020, the world paused. Centers closed from April to June. Classrooms went silent. Therapy rooms stood empty. It transformed. The 19th anniversary was celebrated quietly with a mini concert performed by students and staff. Even in isolation, dignity was honored. 2021, SMARTER began rebuilding momentum. An annual general meeting ushered in renewed structure and directions. Adaptation skills were practiced not through theory, but through experience. Art became a bridge. 2021, Bijak Cafe officially opened. Inclusion moved beyond therapy and into employment. Community returned. In 2022, SMARTER was not merely recovering, it was strengthening. Staff completed CPR and first aid training once again. Multiple workshops on understanding and managing autism were conducted for both staff and the public. Knowledge remained central. And in 2022, we had the World Autism Awareness Day Forum addressing critical themes, empowering inclusion in the endemic phase. In 2023, SMARTER Brunei received the second ASEAN Outstanding Social Welfare and Development Award. SMARTER also signed a contract with Brunei LNG's Employability Program. Employment was no longer aspirational, it was operational. In 2024, a quiet but profound milestone was reached. SMARTER students began going to the mosque. Spiritual inclusion became visible. Faith and accessibility met. A digital education initiative was introduced specifically for children with autism. Technology became empowerment. Art for All showcased student talent in conjunction with the International Day for Persons with Different Abilities. Inclusion was no longer confined to therapy centers. It was in faith, in schools, in public spaces. By 2025, SMARTER Brunei was no longer in survival mode. It was in its stewardship mode. This was the year the community proved something profound. The mission no longer belonged to one man. It belonged to everyone. Support came from every direction. Corporations, schools, small businesses, families. 4 vans were donated, restoring mobility, expanding access, ensuring that transportation would never be a barrier to opportunity. Over 100 pieces of furniture were delivered, desks, chairs, essential infrastructure that quietly strengthens dignity. A $46,000 sponsorship from Mitsubishi Corporation funded 3 cornerstone events: SMARTER Brunei's Family Day, the Graduation and Moving Up Ceremony, and the National Autism Awareness Conference. These were not just celebrations, they were declarations. Declarations that individuals with autism graduate, they grow, they move forward, and they are worthy of applause. In 2025, the CEO received the Pemimpin Muda Belia Award, Youth Leadership. But there was nothing youthful about the weight carried. This recognition was not about inheritance, it was about endurance. To step into leadership after loss, to navigate a pandemic, to stabilize an organization, to expand partnerships, and to do it publicly, transparently, and relentlessly. That is not succession, that is stewardship. SMARTER Brunei also relaunched its SMARTER Shop at the Bacha Gift Center. This was not just about retail, it was about representation. In 2025 as well, SMARTER launched the SafeLink pilot study, a quiet but powerful initiative. Safety, connectivity, accountability. Because growth is not about expansion, it is about protection. SMARTER appeared on national platforms. The Izzy Does It podcast amplified its voice. SMARTER Raya gathered families in celebration. Sungkai meals were shared with partners, with supporters, with community members. And SMARTER joined the Perarakan Orang Kelainan Upaya. Not hidden, not separate, visible, integrated, present. 25 years is a long time. Long enough for grief, long enough for growth, long enough for legacy to take root. But this story was never about 25 years. It was about the next one, and the next, and the next. Some roads are built with asphalt, some are built with policy. But this road was built with footsteps and love. Then came the termites. The edge center flooring was damaged. The physical foundation attacked. For a moment, it felt symbolic. 25 years of work. Would this be another setback? But parents did not wait. They organized, they donated, they replaced every flooring, every mat, every damaged panel. The building stood stronger than before. And then, another setback. A break-in. Fear could have lingered. Instead, action followed. Safety drills were sponsored, funds were raised, security reinforced, because SMARTER had learned something over 2 decades. We do not panic, we respond. 2025 was not dramatic because of headlines. It was powerful because of stability. Since starting in 2001, our journey has been one of incredible growth, resilience, and heart. After 25 years, SMARTER has truly reached new heights. Today, we are led by a fresh and dynamic EXCO team, bringing new energy, bold ideas, and strong leadership to guide us into the future. What began as a small dream has grown into a powerful community. We are now a family of over 70 dedicated staff members, each one committed to making a difference every single day. Together, we proudly support and empower more than 110 students, each with their own unique journey, potential, and voice. As we reflect on how far we have come, we are deeply grateful for this milestone. And with the strength of our people and our purpose, we are excited to continue growing, impacting lives, and shaping a more inclusive future for many years to come. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, it's me, Malai Didi, the CEO of SMARTER Brunei. Happy 25-year anniversary to SMARTER Brunei.